move your life forward in the most positive way using astrology? Then let's talk about the astrological patterns for June 2015. We dive into June with an immediate full moon on the 2nd of the month. It's in Sagittarius. What's important about this particular full moon is that it's the halfway point from the new moon in Taurus, which was in the middle of May, to the new moon in Gemini, which will be in the middle of June. Now, we launched into a new pattern, a very important pattern with our thinking process and our habits and our beliefs and how we communicate with that new moon in Taurus, which was on May 18th. And it's going to come to a position of fulfillment. It's going to come to a completion and an integration in our consciousness when we get to the new moon in the middle of June, which is in Gemini. So this halfway point at the full moon is when we have a special moment of embrace. This is when we step into the next level of faith in positivity. And that's what the full moon in Sagittarius is all about. Positivity and optimism, living the reality that we're trying to manifest. In other words, you walk your talk. You do what you say you're going to do. You honor yourself. The full moon in Sagittarius is going to be square to the planet Neptune and opposite the planet Mars. Now, it's very volatile, highly charged, really spiritual energy, and it's all in mutable signs, which is saying that there's a lot of flexibility and playfulness and, a sense of delight. So my advice to you with that full moon on June 2nd, embrace positivity at the next level, walk your talk, and really step into the joy of knowing that you manifest your reality based on your thoughts and your beliefs and the spoken word. What makes that full moon particularly powerful is the fact that we still have Mercury in Gemini. Now, it's going to turn direct on June 11th at 5 degrees Gemini. So if you have planets in the early part of Gemini, you're going to be more affected by this, and that could be a special clarity you have in your thinking. And we have Mars in Gemini for the entire month of June, so that adds to that intellectual energy also. One more very powerful thing that happens in June is that we have the planet Saturn retrograding back into the last 2 degrees of Scorpio. Those are critical degrees. The 28th and 29th degree of Scorpio carries incredible emotional intensity. In my opinion, what this means is that in a sense, karma is going to speed up. Now, what I mean by that, my key catchphrase is that we get instant karma when those last degrees of Scorpio are activated, particularly with the planet Saturn. The beautiful thing about Saturn transiting the last few degrees of Scorpio from mid-June to mid-September is that there is enormous emotional passion available, which can help anchor all of that Gemini energy that's trying to take place with our beliefs and our thoughts. So use it, jump into it, be passionate and intense, and focus all of that communication energy. One last thing that's very important about June is that the planet Venus will enter Leo on June 5th. Venus is going to stay in Leo for 4 months because it's going to go retrograde. Venus in Leo offers us an amazing opportunity to increase our sense of confidence and our sense of beauty. It is our time to shine from the heart, and you're going to feel it, so you might as well dive into it consciously. So to summarize the astrological patterns for June, remember the full moon on June 2nd is the midway point for really integrating new habits in your thinking. That'll come to fruition around the middle of the month when we have that new moon in Gemini. Remember, just before the new moon in Gemini, Mercury goes direct. Then we also have Saturn scooting back into the last degrees of Scorpio, which will add enormous passion and focus. That's going to be taking place until mid-September. And then we have Venus entering Leo. It is our time to really feel beautiful inside and out and radiate it and share it with the world. It's a very busy month. Take care. Thank you. I'm Kathy Rose.